All right. Yeah, you guys, welcome to our team Zoom. Sundays, they used to be at 9:30, but recently we have been stealing the idea of other top leaders and interviewing other top leaders on our calls. So we've been making it 9 just to make sure that everybody's able to get off before the corporate call comes on at 10. So I wanted to ask Courtney to hop on. She's a double diamond, and last week we had Acacia on, and she actually was from our triple push that we were telling you guys about that we were in. So it's been amazing. We've been able to find some sideline leaders to kind of, get ideas from and learn from and stuff. So we invited Courtney on. She's amazing. I've seen lots of her videos interviewing other top leaders, and she just has an amazing personality, and she's such a go-getter, and she is real. She tells you like it is, and I love that about her. So Courtney, go ahead and tell us a little bit about your story, how long you've been in. Obviously, you're double diamond.
Yeah.
What you did before this, all of that.
Okay, sure. No. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm so excited to be on. Thank you so much for asking me first off. Like she said, my name is Courtney. I'm a double diamond. I'm 24. I joined the business. It'll be 4 years in April. And it has just been a crazy ride. So before I tell you about my journey, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what my life was like before I was with this company. So right when I turned 18, I've always had that feeling inside of me like, okay, I'm made for more. I'm not good with someone telling me what to do. I'm not good with the whole 9 to 5 thing. Like, that is not my scene. So when I turned 18, like 2 months after I turned 18, I joined a makeup company. I rose to the top 2% of the company. I was awarded all these things. And when I got to the top of the company, I realized that the company was crap. Okay. I ended up having to put about $10,000 extra in of inventory and like helping things that weren't really needed and all of this stuff. So I stepped down from the company with $10,000 in debt at 19 and swore off this industry as a whole. Okay. I just was like, no, like every company's like this. It's dumb, whatever. And I was just broke. You guys, like I watched a girl that post for 6 months about all this money she was making. And I was like, no, like I've done this before. Like, you don't actually make that much money. She's probably putting double that in every month because that was the company I was with. And I got so sick of watching her that I was like, fine, whatever. Like, tell me about it. I'll get started. We'll see what happens. But here's what happens. When you have fear inside of you that you don't address, you don't go anywhere. So for the first almost 2 years, I sat in fear. I decided that I was afraid of getting successful again and finding out that the company was bad, or finding out that I'd have to put more money in, or that all of these things. And I was just afraid of what people thought and all of this stuff. So I did nothing. Okay. I always knew what this could do, but I wasn't doing anything with it. So if you've ever been there where you're like, I know this business can do a whole lot for me, but I also know that I'm not really putting the effort in, put a 1 in the chat, because that was a very real thing for me. And I was talking to my then boyfriend, now fiance, and I was like, babe, like I was working all the time. I had to choose which credit cards, like what minimum payment on the credit card not to pay. And it was just really hard. And my fiance was like, babe, like you always talk about what it works can do it, try, like see what happens. He's like, if you find out the company's crap again, you leave just like you did the first time. Oh, well, at least you tried. And I was like, all right, let's just go for it. Let's see what happens. And you guys, I went from like a $50 paycheck to an almost $6,000 paycheck in 8 months because of that one decision. So I want you guys to realize right now that you are one decision away from a totally different life. In that 8 months, I paid off all of my debt. I retired myself at 23. And now I've moved cross country from Wisconsin to North Carolina, and we're paying for our dream wedding in cash because of this, because I decided to like work instead of my fear. I didn't let my fear stop me. I worked and was like, you know what? We're just going to see what happens. So crazy things have happened. Now our team is pushing triple. It is so much fun, but I just want you guys to know, how many of you, if you've been in the business less than 6 months, put 2 in the chat. If you've been in the business less than 6 months. I'm not, like, every time I'm on a Zoom, I like talk really fast and I get worked up and then I'm like, oh my God, I can't breathe. Okay. Wow, you guys have all been in more than 6 months. Okay, cool. So there's one of you. Okay, so 2. Here's what I want you guys to know. It is normal to feel discouraged. It is normal to feel like, oh my God, I don't have time for this. It's normal to be like, I don't know if I can actually be successful with this. It's normal to be like, how do I post 3 times a day every day when before this I only posted once every 3 months? That is a normal feeling, okay? There's nothing wrong with you. There is nothing that's inside of me or inside of Crystal or inside of Kenzie that is not inside of you, okay? The only difference is that we felt those things and we pushed past them, okay? So here's what I want you to know. I read a book yesterday. Well, I'm still reading it, but the book, The Power of I Am by Joel Osteen. And I'm just going to read you guys the quick story that I read it and I literally almost started crying in bed. So I read every night before I go to bed. But it said, okay, hopefully I can read this and not, you know what, we're not going to read the whole story. It'll take me a while. Long story short, it was a chicken, or it was an eagle that landed, its egg landed in like a chicken nest, whatever. Eagle grew up thinking it was a chicken. The whole time everyone was like, no, you're a chicken, you're a chicken, you're a chicken. And there was something inside of him that was like, I think I can fly. I think I can fly. And everyone is telling him, no, you're a chicken, you can't fly. You're a chicken, you can't fly, you can't do it. First time he tried, he failed, was scared, but then he still felt that inside of him. He ignored all of the thoughts that told him he was a chicken. He ignored the people that told him he was a chicken. You guys, he flew. There is something inside of you that is calling you for more than what you're at now. There is a reason for that. Don't listen to the scary thoughts in your head that's like, oh, but you're not. You guys, I want you to know that the scary thoughts inside of your head are nonsense. Okay, I know they feel very real. Do you want to know what one of my biggest fears once I started actually working the business? This, you guys are going to laugh at me and I give you 100% permission to. I told myself, you're not going to be successful because you're not blonde. Y'all, do you know how stupid that sounds? Why did I think that? I don't know, but I was like, well, like Erin Tweed's blonde and Sherilyn Alcala's blonde. And I'm like, I have to be blonde. Like, so I literally tried to dye my hair blonde. Straight up. Hi, I have real thick hair. My hair doesn't go blonde, okay? It's real damage from trying to go blonde. You guys, the fear inside of you, it feels real. I know it does. There's something telling you, oh, but you're older than the most successful people, or you're younger, or you're bigger, or you're smaller, or you're this, or you're that. You guys, what you are is what you're supposed to be. And that's all you need. I promise you. So just like, even though you feel that fear, accept it of what you're feeling, but then journal out a way to get past it. Figure out a way to push yourself, because I promise you your future self will thank you later. So, okay. Do you want me to just kind of like go into it, or?
No, I'll ask you.
Whoa.
I sent you like questions before, but we'll just.
Yeah, that's fine.
A little bit. So, yes, that is so awesome. And like she said, the only difference between me and her and Kenzie is that we pushed through. We've all had our ups and downs in this business. And we kept pushing through, because you will eventually find your rock stars as long as you stay consistent and you work your business and you're constantly pouring into yourself and learning new things, because this business changes all the time. Different ways to work it changes all the time. So thanks to you guys all for getting on this Zoom and plugging in, because that is like a huge part of why we are successful, because of personal development. So I know that's a huge thing for you. So tell us a little bit like about your day and about your 6 list and how you do personal development.
Yeah. So self-development is my number one thing. My number one thing every single day. I do not go a day without it, because I know that if my brain isn't good, the business isn't going to be good. If my brain is like, gosh, like whatever, this isn't working and that isn't working, I don't care if I send out 1,000 messages, no one's going to sign with me if I'm in a bad mood. Okay. How many of you have ever had that morning where you wake up late and then all of a sudden you're making your eggs and then you spill your eggs and you're walking your car, you drop your coffee, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're in a bad mood and then all of a sudden like 12 million other things happen and you're like, of course it's happening today. Like, why wouldn't it? You guys, that's your brain. Your brain, when you're in a bad mood, it is constantly trying to find negative things to agree with what you're thinking. So if you're thinking, oh, no one's going to sign with me, no one's going to this, no one's going to that, without you knowing, you're self-sabotaging yourself. So you have to get your brain in the positive mode. So every single morning, right when I get up, I do my Bible reading, and then I do journaling and affirmations out loud. I think, Crystal, did I send you a picture of my affirmations? No. Okay. I will send it to you so you guys have them. They are long, okay? Like, I straight up read these out loud facing myself every day. So I'll send you a picture of them if anyone else wants them. But I read them outside or like out loud every day, and I sound weird. I think I'm like, man, this is weird, but I do it every day. And I promise you, you're going to feel so much better at the end of it. Okay. So I do the self-development in the morning. And then right before I go to bed, I read some sort of like brain development, like speaking life into myself. So right now I'm reading The Power of I Am by Joel Osteen. And then on the days that I work out, I use the app called Musi. I'll type it in the chat. That's a way to listen to YouTube videos without being on the app. So I listen to like a Jade Hooper video or Cheyenne Knox or Morgan Martin or anyone while I'm working out. I don't listen to music really anymore. And that's what I do for self-development. So what I do, man, I get so worked up and I can't breathe. So every morning I do my self-development, like I said, but then the other things on my list, so I break it up into like morning, afternoon, night. And the reason for this is because I have all day because this is all I do, but I cannot sit here and work for 4 hours straight. My brain will die. Like, that's not a thing. So I have to break it up for myself. But if you don't like have all day, you can do all this in an hour or two. Like, get up. So hold on. Before I get into my list, you guys, if you are working full time, I hate to say it, I'm a very strong red. If you're yellow, I apologize. I'm not doing this to make you mad. You have time. You're just not making time for it. Okay. When I went Emerald, when I was working full time, I worked 9 to 5. I was gone from 8 to 6, and then I had dinner and lunch. So basically I was gone from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day. Okay. So what I did, I like my sleep. Okay. I got up and I worked from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. And then I got ready from 7 to 8. And then I was done with everything at like 9. And then I was working from 9 to 11. I got 6 hours of sleep for the night. Your girl likes 10. Okay. But I'm not looking back at that month and be like, man, I wish in March of 2018, I really got those extra couple hours of sleep. No, it doesn't matter. If you want it, make it happen. Okay. So in the mornings, here's what I do. I send out happy birthday messages to every single person on my Facebook. However, if I go to send them a message and they have ignored a couple messages, or I sent them happy birthday message last year, they didn't respond, I will go unfriend them. Okay. If you like go to message them and you're like, oh, I remember seeing like negative posts from this person, go unfriend them. This is also a way for you to like weed out your friends as you go through the year. Okay. I put up a like series of stories. I put up a post every single morning. I go onto my Instagram and I unfollow 30 people. I do that 3 times a day. So I do that morning, afternoon, night. I do posts morning, afternoon, night. I do stories morning, afternoon, night. And then the other thing that I do morning, afternoon, night is messaging. So in the mornings, I usually do about 50 distributor messages on Instagram. I switch it up all the time. I'm going to tell you right now, I could give you a message, but there's no secret message. It's just actually sending the messages. That's the secret. And then I catch up on my host to posts from the day before. So I go through all my host to posts from January and I just see like, okay, did I message everyone? Crystal, did I tell you, were you on the Zoom where I kind of go over like how I organize my host to posts? Were you on that Zoom with like the picture and everything?
Yep, I actually just sent that to one of my other girls who was just in Facebook jail for messaging so much.
Okay, do you want me to go over that quick?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So here's how I do this, okay? So what I do with host to posts, once I see someone comments, I will like that person's comment and I'll go and I'll add them. Then I put a little picture, like I reply to their comment with a picture that says I added you as a friend. Once you accept, I'll send you a message, okay? This keeps you from going into Facebook jail, because if you send 40 messages, people you're not friends with, guess what? Your girl is going into Facebook jail. I don't have time for that. So I do that. And then, like in the morning, I'll go through and I'll see, okay, everyone that has a like on their comment, I'll click their name and I'll see, did they accept my friend request? If they did, I'll go and I'll message them, whatever I was going to message them. And then I switch it from a like to a love on the comment. So then it shows as red instead of blue. If it, like, when I see that they accepted my friend request during the day, I'll go and do that right away. But like, there are times when I get like 30 accepted friend requests in like 2 minutes. And I'm like, I can't go find where your post was. Like, that's not happening right now. So that is quickly how I do my host to post. And it's worked super well for me. What did I send them in the message of what? I don't know what your question is. If you can like explain what that was too, I'll answer them, I promise. So then in the afternoons, I follow about 100 people. I put up more stories, put up another post, and then I interact on Facebook for 10 minutes. And then by then I want to have up 15 posts. Before I stop working in the afternoon, I have up at least 15 host to posts. So I can put a video, or you can go to my YouTube. I have a video about how I do host to post, and I don't really have to message for host to post anymore. It's just like not really a thing. I still do a little bit. So my afternoon messaging is getting my host to post up. So let me see if I can find that video. It's a really great, easy way to kind of take the pressure off, and it's not hard to get it going. Go ahead.
The one that Mariah came up with.
Yeah.
About, doing the giveaway and stuff. I did share that in my page a couple of times.
Okay.
And we are going to have her on our Zoom next week too. So.
Cool. She'll probably talk about it too. Yep. It was that. So it's just like having them post and like doing a post, having them post, and then you message them again to do another like host. She'll explain it. She's better at it than I am. But yep. So there's that. Okay. What do I message people to be a distributor on Instagram? Right now, what's been working for me is just something super simple, saying like, hey, this is weird, but, and I'm sure you get this message all the time, but I'm opening up a couple like brand ambassador spots in your area. Do you know anyone that'd be interested in extra money? So by that, you're not really asking them, hey, do you want to join my team? Hey, do you need extra money? You're saying like, hey, this is weird. I'm sure you've gotten this message 10 million times, but do you know anybody? Y'all, 9 out of 10 times people are like, hi, me, like I do, but they don't feel as like weird because you're not like, hi, you're really pretty. I love your post and I think you'd be great at what I do. Do you know how many people have sent that message to me? And I'm like, hello, hi. I've actually had someone on my team message me that, and it was really weird, really funny. But first off, look at who you're messaging. Don't message someone that's network's distributor. But so there's that. That's what I do. Also, you can voice message if you feel comfortable with that. That's a great way. And then when you voice message, they have to listen to it, and you can sound all excited, and then that's going to help too. Side note, if you need help feeling excited, go like do a couple circles, like run around your house a couple times, and you'll be out of breath, and you'll be like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And then it sounds like genuine excitement, even though you're just out of breath and out of shape. It's fine. Okay, so yeah, afternoons, I do the posts, messaging for host to post. Like the second post, you'll hear about it with Mariah. And then stories, posts. Okay. At night, I post again, do messages for customers on Instagram, and then I do stories and I interact on Instagram for 10 minutes. So that is what I do. And then at night, I just spend about a half hour like going through my messages of that day, and I do it again in the morning of people that I talk to. So that's pretty much it.
Awesome. So you guys, it's the same things that we teach in the team page, our 6 list. What? Post, message, follow up, grow your network, personal development, and there's one more. Interact, yes. So you just have to figure out how to fit it in your day. Like I also, I worked full time while I was doing this business in the beginning too. And, I was able to get to Diamond while working full time. So you can fit it in your day. You just have to make your business a priority. If you want to get paid like a business, you have to treat this like a business, just like we heard in our, in Jade Hooper's podcast this morning. If you want the income like a business, you have to treat it as serious as a full-time job. You can't just not work it when you don't feel like it. And instead of, binging on Netflix, if you want to make good money with this, you need to be spending that time working your business. And I love that you split it out, you split it up throughout the day. And I know that getting up early and getting stuff done in the morning just makes for so much of a more productive day. And I like how at the end of the day you kind of go through your messages too, and you can clear out messages that you haven't responded to yet. You can follow up with people the day before. That's something I've been doing a lot, and it's working so much because we kind of like forget about those people. And it's not that they're not interested, it's just that they forget too. They forget to respond back to you. So following up is so crucial, you guys. So I would definitely suggest trying to follow up with the people that you talked to the day before, like sometime during the day. I like to do it towards the evening. So
yeah, you guys don't feel weird about following up. We are in the middle of planning a wedding, and it is not a just it works thing to follow up with people. Do you know how many things I've meant to do for our wedding that I haven't because I just got busy and forgot? Like, our wedding planner's like, hey, still need this from you. And I'm like, you told me that 4 times already. I still need to do that. It's not because don't want to do it or I don't plan to. I just get busy and I forget. So don't automatically assume if someone doesn't answer you or they leave you on red, that means they're like not interested and they hate you forever. I always tell my team, I'm like, you never know if they were about to send you their credit card info and then their cat spilled Kool-Aid on their kid. Like, you don't know what's going on in their life, okay? So don't take it all personally because they probably just put their phone down and forgot.
Right. Yes. So where do you get most of your distributor and your customers?
So a lot of my customers come from host to post. I would say 90% of them. And as much as I know you guys are probably going to hate this, about 95% of my distributors come to me. And the reason for that, I am not anything special. It's not because I post blog-worthy things. It's because I'm real and I'm vulnerable about where I was and about where I'm going, and I'm excited and I show my face. So, like, people love, and this is going to sound bad, but it's just human nature. People like to know that other people have struggled in the same way they have, or they are. So when I say, your girl used to have to pick which credit card she wasn't paying that month, people are like, been there, done that. And then I say, but you know what? Because of this choice to go for it, I now paid off all my credit card debt. And they're like, what just happened? That piques their interest. So make your post like interesting and relatable, and leave it kind of like a cliffhanger. Like, at the end of a good Netflix show when you're like, I have to watch the next episode because I don't know what is good. Like, so many things can happen. Like, what is this? That's how you want your post to be. And if you don't know, like, read your post and be like, okay, if I wasn't me, would that interest me? Because if it wouldn't, it's not going to interest anyone else either. So that's
right.
how
And you guys don't have to have a huge success story. Like, she was trying to figure out which credit card bill she didn't have to pay, even making just an extra $50 to pay, her credit card bill, or, people who are struggling to fill up their gas tanks or get groceries and stuff. Like, when I started, I was putting gas and groceries on a credit card. And so I was posting in the beginning about, my $50 or $20 paychecks my first couple of months and what it was doing for me. So that, and like she said, being visible, letting people see you, because people are going to join people that they know, like, and trust.
Yeah.
And the more that they see you, the more that they feel like they know you, they like you, and they trust you. So definitely visible, posting pictures about yourself, doing live videos if you get the nerve to do that, go doing videos in your story, just doing as much as you can about you in your life, so people.
Yeah. And don't wait until you have this big success story. Like, don't feel like, okay, once I make $1,000 a month, then I can start signing distributors, or once this happens, then I can sign distributors. You guys, I remember when I was first decided to like actually go for it, I took a picture of me and Matthew with cake pops from Starbucks. Y'all, those are like $1 a piece. And I was like, I'm so thankful that I can buy little extras like cake pops and not have to like stress out about it. I signed 2 distributors from that post because other people are like, I hate having to live in the bare minimum doing the bare things. Or take a picture, if you fill up your gas tank, post that and just be like, you guys, like, I'm so thankful that I don't have to put only $5 of gas in. Those are things people can relate to.
Yes, definitely. And just being consistent too. Like people aren't going to join with you if you're posting, once every few days or once a week, or you stop for like a month and then you start posting. Being consistent, they're not going to join somebody who's not consistent and serious about their business.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. I know in one of the videos you were talking about how in order to sign customers, in order to sign distributors, you need to be using the products and believe in the products, and you need to be plugging into believe about the business to be able to sign distributors. So do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I would love to. You guys, this might feel like a slap in the face, but if you are not buying your own products, why are you expecting other people to? If you're not using them, why do you think other people should? I can tell people all day, every day, you need to get the hair, skin, and nails if you have nail issues. My nails are hard as rocks, not actually, but because of these. My nails used to be so flimsy and breaking. I lost 20 pounds off of our coffee. I just lost 4.5 pounds off of a cleanse. The cleanser cleared up my skin. You guys, it is so easy for me to sell products because I have used them, because I believe in them and I see what they do. My dad, who is thankfully now healthy, but when he was diagnosed with cirrhosis of the liver a year and a half ago and had no energy. You know what the only thing that helped him? Our keto energy. And he told the doctor about it, and the doctor orders them now. You guys, stop thinking that, oh my God, like I can't afford these products. Figure it out. Sorry. Like, run an auto ship, you need to be getting your own products. You need to have your own experience. Because when someone comes to you and they're like, oh, like, what do you think of the coffee? And you're like, I think it's good. Like, I think my friend used it and she liked it. Okay, well, isn't it a little bit more convincing if you're like, oh my gosh, girl, I love it. I lost 20 pounds off of it in a couple months. It's amazing. What are you going to believe? Oh, I don't know. I've never tried it. What does the collagen taste like? Not sure. You guys, you need to have that belief in the products from using them. And believing in the company, if you don't actually believe this company is going to make you money, girl, you better figure that out. You better figure that out quick. Find a story that you can relate to. Get on these Zooms more. Go to conference. You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in the company, though, because if you don't believe that this company is going to help you, you're not going to be able to tell someone else that you believe the company is going to help them if you don't think it's even going to help you. I have no problem signing distributors because I'm like, someone asked me today a potential, she said, be honest with me, do you think it's worth the $99? And I said, I would pay $1,000. I would pay $10,000 for this opportunity. Do you? Would you? Do you believe in that in the opportunity that much? Even before I saw success, even before I even went Ruby, you guys, it took me 2 years and a month to go Ruby, and I went Emerald that month too. And 5 months later, I was a double. Okay? Even before I went Ruby, I knew that this company would eventually one day pay me $100,000 a month. Do you believe that for yourself? You need to get there. Figure it out somehow.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so we actually have a time limit on the Zoom. So
That's fine. I saw that.
So I only have one more question. Now I know one of the Zooms who I listened to, because I was listening to some that you were on to kind of familiarize myself with you.
Yeah.
I know how you stressed about like not waiting and just making it happen now. Like, don't wait for conference. Like, you really stressed that. So can you touch on that a little bit, and then also tell us a little bit about your conference story, because I know you have a little bit of a good conference story, and then like any tips that you have for us prepping for conference.
Yeah. So my quick conference story, kind of like I said before, I made like $50 a month. And my fiance was like, no, babe, you're going to go to conference. You're going to figure this out and you're going to go for it. So conference was like early February of 2018. I went Ruby and Emerald the next month, Diamond 3 months later, and then Double 2 months after that. So all because of conference. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. If you can get your butt to conference, get your butt to conference. I don't care if you have to buy it all today. Put it. This is the only time I'll say it. Put it on a credit card. Do whatever you have to do to get there. If for whatever reason you cannot get there, do not wait until conference is over to be like, okay, now we announce the bonuses. Now I can go for it. You don't want to know something cool about our company? If they announce a diamond bonus and you go diamond this month before the diamond bonuses are announced, guess what? You get the diamond bonus anyways. Don't wait. Because you know how cool it would be if you push for diamond this month and you're like, man, I only win emerald. Okay, cool. Well, that's still an extra $1,000 a month. But then you're so close to diamond that in the bonus period, guess what? You can probably go double. And I promise you the double bonus is bigger than the diamond bonus. Okay? Don't stop dreaming so small. I tell my team all the time, whatever your first initial goal is, you have to go to the next level. If you're thinking, okay, I'm going to go diamond in 2020, nope, you're going to go double at least. You have to think bigger. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, put them in the chat and I'll answer them. But if you're constantly waiting for that day you're going to be motivated, where the day you're going to wake up and you're going to wake up to the birds singing, and you wake up and you're like, man, I can't wait to send 500 messages today, and I'm so excited to go live. That's not going to happen. Point blank. Never going to happen. You're going to wait forever and you're not going to make any money. The thing is, your motivation is going to come and go, but you need to be committed. You need to have discipline, and it's my word for this year is discipline. Because I know if I was more disciplined than I am now, I'd probably be an ambassador diamond by now. You need to go for it. Stop waiting until, okay, once I believe in myself a little bit more, once I find that distributor that really starts working, then I'll go double diamond, then I'll go diamond, then I'll go ruby. You guys, when I went double diamond, I had 2 workers on my team. 2. We brought in almost 4,000 BV in the last day between me and one other girl because the other worker wouldn't answer that day. Okay? You don't stop waiting for a certain thing to happen. Decide that you're going to make it happen and then go for it. Don't stop until you get there. I don't care if you're like, okay, I'm going to go diamond this month. I don't care if you don't go diamond until June. Don't stop until you hit your goal. And then once you hit your goal, figure out your next goal. And don't stop until you get there. I've been double for a year and almost a half now. Am I stopping? Like, well, I'm not triple yet, so guess I'm not going to go triple. No! I'm still pushing every month like it's going to be my month. Do I know when I'm going to go triple? No, but God does. It's going to happen, but you need to work like it's going to happen. Stop wanting these big goals. If you're like, okay, I want to go diamond, but I only want to put in 5 minutes a day. Okay, I'm sorry. Can you go to your regular job right now and be like, I'm going to put an extra 5 minutes a day in and I want an extra $2,000 a month? No, not going to happen. Where else can you go where you get like a couple thousand extra a month for a couple hours a day? Not a normal place.
Right, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
another one quick thing. So we have about 7 girls on here, I think, that are going to conference. Some of them have been to a conference in the past. Some of them have been to a green carpet in the past, but didn't really come back and take advantage of it. And I know from your story, your first conference, you didn't do that, but your second conference you did. So can you tell us a little bit about that difference?
Yes. I have a feeling this is going to end in like 2 seconds. Why don't we all hop off and get back on so that it doesn't cut off?
All right, let's do that. Thank you.
All right. Yep. Bye.
But I'm recording now, so.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so just to recap really quick. So I asked her, there is about 7 girls on that are going to conference this year, and some of them have been to a conference in the past or a green carpet and didn't fully absorb it in and take massive action to reach the goals that they wanted to. So I want them to hear from you because I know you went to a conference and you did like kind of the same thing. And your next conference is when you came back and you went double diamond in 8 months. So tell us like the mind shift or whatever happened there.
Yeah. So my first conference that I went to, this will be my 4th conference. I'm going to explain the difference of all 3, okay? So my first conference that I went to, I was still I wasn't really sure of what was really going on. I wasn't working the business, but in the previous company, they talked about how important conferences were. So I was like, well, I guess this one's important too, whatever, I'll go. I had a very odd relationship with my upline, and it just was not a great experience for me because I went there thinking the experience wouldn't be good. Because I went there thinking, okay, everyone talks about how conference is going to change your life. Well, guess what? I'm going to go and nothing's going to happen. So I set myself up for that. I thought it's not going to do anything for me. Okay? And I want you to get real with yourself. If you thought that about the first conference or the first event you went to, that's okay. But you need to know that you thought that. You need to know that in a way, but even if you weren't really realizing it, you were probably self-sabotaging in some way. Sometime probably while you were there, you were like, oh, okay, well, they're all skinnier than me, or they're all older than me, or younger than me, or whatever. So like, I can't be them. You conjured yourself up before you even tried is probably what happened. And that's what I did. And then 2018 when I went, it was when my now fiance was like, babe, like, you're going to make this happen. And just that little bit of belief from him, I went there and I was like, I'm going to get so fired up. Like, so many things are going to happen. They're going to announce this. They're going to announce that. They're going to announce this. They're going to announce that. And I was pumped up. I was so excited. And I went there expecting to get fired up and to get what I needed and to come home and explode. That's what I was expecting. This past year, so to get real, about a month before we left for conference, I was told my dad had 6 months to live. He is now still alive. He's fine. It's a miracle. We don't know. Well, God did it. But like, I was told that my dad had 6 months to live. 2 weeks before I left for conference, my mom died in the hospital. She's still alive, but she died on the table, came back. I was in a rough place. I had 3 of my top teammates quit. And I went there and I was like, I'm going because I bought the tickets, but like, I wasn't okay mentally. It was a hard time. And I went there because I thought as a double diamond, that's what I was supposed to do. But I wasn't mentally there thinking, all right, we're going to explode now. I was like, man, if I can just get through the day, I'll be good. So you need to know where your brain is. And that's where I say you need to be in control of your brain. Do some self-development. Go there expecting what's going to happen. Go there expecting to get what you need and explode. Go there expecting that it's going to be the conference that everyone talks about, that it's like, it was that one thing that it flipped. Because it can if you expect it. And that's what I know is going to happen for me at conference this year, you guys. So it's okay if 2019 was rough. It's okay if you've been in for 6 years and all 6 years have been rough. But all it takes is that one switch. Just that one. It just takes you to know, to accept what you've done, to accept your past, to accept the efforts you've had, and to decide that that is going to be the moment. It's all going to come together. So you just need to know, go in there knowing what you want. Like, do you need to learn how to be a better leader? Okay, listen for that. Do you need to know how to be consistent? I'm sure they'll talk about it. Do you need to know more about Instagram or Facebook or the products or this or that? Or do you need more belief in the company? What do you need? What do you want? That's what you need to figure out. And you need to go there expecting that you're going to get the answers that you want.
Yes, and you guys, if you are going, please absorb everything during conference. Try not to work so much on your phone because you are going to miss things, and you want to absorb every single thing. So, and even take notes. Make sure you have something to take notes with, because there's going to be so much information and y'all might not remember it all. Yeah. So on the plane home ride, you're going to be like reading it back, making plans in your head, all of that good stuff. So I know, like, the first time you came in with a negative mindset, you probably weren't very prepared. But the second time, you were probably a little bit more prepared, especially knowing that at conference they come out with big announcements and bonuses and stuff. So do you have any like specific tips that maybe you're giving your team or anything about getting prepared for conference, whether or not they're going to conference, just getting prepared for the announcements that might be coming?
Yeah, so the first thing that I think everyone should work on, there are a couple of things. One, even if you aren't actually going to conference, you can still feel the boom of conference without being there. But then just make sure you're there next year, okay? But a couple of things. One, you need to get organized. Get your list set. If you are 3 months behind on your messages, I'm gonna be straight up, I'm 3 weeks behind, okay? 3 weeks behind on my messages. But you bet your butt they'll be done by the time I go to conference. It's gonna take me a while. I talk to a crap ton of people. But get organized. Do you know if, okay, here's how you know if you're organized. If Mark said tomorrow, the first 100 people that join as a distributor can join for a penny, would you have 100 people to talk to? Would you have 100 people to talk to in the last month? I do. I'm sure Crystal does. I'm sure Kenzie does. Are you talking to enough people? And if you are, do you know who those people are? Because if you have talked to 100 people, but you're like, I think one's name was Lisa, maybe, not going to help you. You have to have that figured out. The second thing you need to do is you need to know where you're going. And you need to work on your belief that you can actually get there. Okay. Last year when I was at conference, I didn't think our team could go triple diamond. And guess what? Our team didn't go triple diamond. Because in my head, I was like, ain't gonna happen. Just had 3 people quit. Ain't gonna happen. That's not where my head was, okay? This year I'm like, oh no, girl, we are going ambassador this year. Watch. Where is your head? What do you believe? I don't care if you've been in for 6 years and you've never signed a dang distributor in your life. Guess what? You can go ambassador this year too, if you wrap your head around it. So figure out where you want to go and wrap your head around the fact that you can actually do it. Because I don't care if like if Crystal came to me and she's like, I'm gonna go ambassador diamond. But I was like, okay, do you believe that? And she's like, no, no chance. Not gonna happen. You have to believe it. You guys, people have, what's her, I don't know the name. Nina Moore, maybe? She went triple in like 60 days. Don't tell me you can't do it in a year. No, she just believes she could and you don't. Get real with yourself. What do you believe about yourself? And if you're only believing, okay, I believe I can get 4 customers a month. So then your number one thing is you need to work on your brain. You need to work on what you believe about yourself. And if you don't have that belief, work with Crystal, work with Kenzie and be like, okay, help me. Help me to believe more about myself. Because I promise you, when I joined, I didn't think I could actually go double diamond. I didn't think I could actually do that. I didn't think I'd lead a team of over 500 people. But I do. And I am. What do you believe? And if it's not, you're not believing enough, you need to believe more. Figure it out. You're enough. You have everything you need. You know what to do. You can do it, but you need to believe that you can. So that's what I'm working with my team on is most of the people know what to do. It's just they don't believe that it's actually going to be enough.
Yes, and in the Zoom I was watching about you too, you were talking about, and I stress this a lot too, getting out your charts and knowing exactly what you need, because you ain't going to go where you want to go if you don't know where you're going or what you need.
Guys, okay, here's the thing. This is how I tell my team. If you are in your car and you're like, all right, I'm going to go to Target. I'm going to Target. Guess what? Your little butt is going to get your butt to Target. But if you get in the car and you're like, I'm going to go somewhere. Where are you going? You don't know. How are you going to know if you get there? You could be 1 second away and you don't know because you don't know where you're going. You don't know what you need to get there. Not having your charts out and knowing your numbers is like trying to get somewhere. Like if you had 24 miles to empty on your tank and you were 25 miles from your goal or from your destination. If you don't know exactly what you need, if you don't know your numbers, what if you were 100 BV away from double diamond? You don't even know where you're going. You have to figure that out. I don't care if it takes you all day to get your numbers set. I bet you can message Crystal and Kenzie and say, hey, can you help me chart for Ruby? Can you help me chart for Diamond? They're not going to be like, nope, good luck. They're going to be like, heck yeah, let's do this. You need to know where you're going. And I don't know if you have seen the video, Crystal, that Chantel did about projecting your volumes.
Yes.
Okay.
I cried when I found that out.
I literally was screaming. I was like, babe, look! Because I taught Matthew how to chart because my brain gets really distracted. So he does my volumes for me. But when I showed him, he's like, oh, good, I don't have to do it anymore. But if you need help with charting, like your upline will help you. Okay, I want to tell you one more thing. And then if you have any other questions, okay, we're up by 5, 29 seconds left. Okay, sorry. Losing it. What I want you guys to know, how many of you have either kids, a significant other, someone that you are afraid of being on your phone too much because you don't want to hurt their feelings? Put a 1 in the chat. You're afraid of them being like, you're on your phone too much. You don't pay attention to me. You don't do this. You're like, whatever. Okay? It's a real thing. Matthew, before I had him sit and watch what I was doing, he thought I scrolled on Facebook for hours a day. He didn't know. Most men don't, okay? Here's what I'm gonna tell you. Get them involved somehow. Somehow. When I was going double diamond, I told Babe, I was like, babe, we aren't gonna do the dirty, most likely, because I'm gonna be too tired, okay? It's not gonna happen. You're gonna have to wait a month or so, okay? It was fine. And I told him, I was like, you're gonna have to do more dishes. You're gonna have to cook more, because here's why. And I told him, I said, babe, when I go double diamond, I'm gonna buy you that golf club that you wanted. It was like a $600 stupid golf club, okay? Dumb. But that's what he wanted. So then every day, he was like, are you double diamond? Like, hello, is this, like, did you go? What's happening here? So, like, it was very easy for me to quit on myself, but every day when he was like, did you send your messages today? And I was like, nope. It's a lot harder to say no to them. If you have kids, make a little calendar and have them do a little X marks every day you like completely fill your checklist done. Get them involved somehow, but also tell them where you're going and why and what it's going to do for them. Because if you're just telling them, like Matthew's like, babe, you're just like sitting on your phone, like I don't even know what you're doing. If it's your husband or your boyfriend, be like, babe, just like come sit by me and show me let me show you what I do. Show them that you're not just sitting there aimlessly playing Candy Crush. Is Candy Crush even a game anymore? I swear this business makes me feel old because I'm like, I don't know the hip cool things. It's fine. But sometimes they just want to know that you care. Don't be afraid to ask them, like, what could I do that would make you feel more loved even though I'm on my phone? You know what Matthew wanted? He was like, babe, will you just sit by me while you're working and I'll play video games? Okay, so I sit on the couch versus the chair. It's probably this big deal in your head, but what if they're like, can you just give me a kiss before I go to bed, even if you're up later? Okay, I can handle that. Now, if they're not supportive, that's a little harder, but you can just be like, okay, listen, like, I know you don't believe in the company, but you believe in me. You trust me, you love me. You don't have to understand, but I want to do this for us. Will you let me try for a little bit? And if they say no, you got bigger fish to fry. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. Any other questions? I literally am like, I probably shared too much and 10 million things you guys heard, but like, I didn't want to hear about you doing the dirty. Well, it's real life.
I loved it. Oh my gosh. Yes. Anybody else have any questions or anything they want to say? That was so good. Thank you. I took a bunch of notes.
You're so welcome. Oh my God. I can't wait till I have kids.
Aw, that's so sweet.
I love that. That's what it is. That is what it's about. It's like, you guys, it might be hard to be on your phone. Like, I love you guys. I love doing Zooms. Did I want to be on Zoom instead of watching the second half of my team's playoff game? No, but I'm committed to what I'm doing in my life. Okay, I can see that they won. That's it. Okay, you can watch The Bachelor later. This is what you work for. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more than just, oh, I just want to make a couple extra $100. You can impact so many people's lives. When you have kids, they're going to believe in themselves because you believed in you. It's so much more than you think. It really is.
Yes, and if you have trouble with balancing your business and your kids, figure it out because so many top leaders have figured it out. It took me forever to figure it out. Now I have to put my phone down.
6 billion kids. Well, she has like 5, but to me that's 6 billion. Like, well, like we can all figure it out. when you sit down and look, you want a reality check, go to your settings and see how many hours a day you spend on your phone. And then when you see that it's 6+, be like, did I work 6+ hours a day? I promise you didn't, or you'd be an ambassador diamond if you were working 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours a day. Okay? So you probably spent 4 hours a day on Candy Crush and 3 hours a day playing What Kind of Bread Am I on Facebook. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The things that are like, what kind of cheese am I? Oh, you're a blue cheese. Okay, great. Like, do income producing activities. If you're on your phone too much, you're probably not being very disciplined with what you're doing. You can get it done in 2 hours in a day. Done. And that's a lot of messaging to you in that time. You don't need 10 hours a day. You don't need to be on your phone from 5 to midnight when you get home from work. Yes, which Disney princess am I? Now, one thing I will say though, here's a complete side note. Like, you know those things, if any of you guys are on Instagram, the things that's like, it's like a little thing right here that's like, whatever am I? Those things are good for your business. Don't do like 6 of them in 2 seconds. But things like that Instagram comes out with or Facebook comes out with, when you use those things, it boosts your algorithm.
Oh.
Side note. So like, or if you see things trending on Facebook, like back, what was it? Like around Halloween, it was like, type in this and see if you're a witch. I don't know what it did, but like I got like 600 comments. Those are the learn what's trending on Facebook, even if it's stupid to you. It's probably good for like Facebook and Instagram like you to use the things they make, you know? So,
yeah. Plus, if you see other people getting a bunch of comments on it and stuff, it's going to boost your algorithm if you get a bunch of comments. And Facebook,
if you need an algorithm boost, go start a non-political debate on your Facebook. My favorite one that I've ever done was, should toilet paper rolls go over or under? If you want interaction, put that one. People get wild. It's,
oh my gosh.
It's so funny.
I have not done that one.
Do it.
I will.
My mom called me yelling at me. She's like, you were raised better. You know it goes over. And I'm like, Grace, chill out. Come on.
Well, thank you so much for taking your time to pour into us, even though we are on your team, and especially while your game was going. We appreciate it so much.
Of course.
We're excited to get the recording up for everybody else who missed it. And thank you everybody else who also hopped on too and invested your time and learned from her. Hopefully you got a nugget or two or a lot of nuggets back. So
and if anyone sees me at conference, come say hi, give me a hug. And also when you guys promote, I love to know when people promote. So like, don't be afraid to message me, but like, I just had Ruby, and I get really excited. So don't be afraid to message me, come say hi. I'm excited.
Yes, so pumped for conference. It is an amazing time. Even if you're not going, like, be ready, you guys. It's gonna be amazing.
Big things are coming. If you didn't look at Joel Dunn's post like 2 days ago, y'all, it's about to get wild. I don't know exactly what's coming, but
yeah, he said if you knew what I just found out, you would be working overtime until conference. So let's get our butts in gear and get ready for whatever the heck they're going to know. Huge.
Bye.
Right, thank you guys so much. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.